Today I'm going to be reacting to every SML theory that turned out to be true.
Theories that fellow SML fans have made in the past that actually turn out to be true. Like how back in early 2024, the now retired theory YouTuber, which is none other than SML Theory, made a theory on how SML series videos may be making a return. In this video, he starts off by claiming that series videos are coming back, due to Logan making the series Cody Goes to Kindergarten, and a new summer school series that is a continuation of the original one years later, and a sequel to Cody Goes to Kindergarten.
However, it seems like SML series are coming back, as SML has dropped 2 new series.
Bro, I miss this guy, bro. I don't like how he quit, bro.
Recently called Cody Goes to Kindergarten. And the new summer school series, which is a sequel to Cody Goes to Kindergarten.
Now, honestly, these 2 series coming out were pretty shocking to say the least, and is the reason why SML Theory decided to make this video. And to double down on this, after these 2 series would come out, Logan wouldn't stop. He wouldn't only start bringing back the series videos, but he actually started continuing some of the very old series that he'd stopped making. Superpowers 3 being a great example.
And he's planning on a 4th one. He was talking, I'm pretty sure they literally did it, and I think it was the 2nd one. Or maybe even the 3rd one, I don't know. But they literally did a superhero video already where he goes invisible. And Logan wants to do a 4th one where Cody can also go invisible in that one. But his glasses still float there. That's why he wants, I said it in the last video, I think it was, that he's getting fans to be editors, so he's going to get someone to do that for
as
him.
he made the 2nd Superpowers all the way back in 2017, along with the remake in 2021, and most assumed we'd never see another Superpowers video again. It took 7 years for a new Superpowers video. Another good example of this is SML movie Jeffy the Rapper 3. At the end of
I'm still trying to see if there will be a 4th one.
this video, they even teased a continuation to the series, as Jeffy was about to go on a world tour, but this series is yet to be started.
Series? Started? I mean, continued?
If you need me, I'll be on the bus with my nose buried in holes.
God damn it.
Yeah, let's get the STDs.
Still waiting.
Oh my god.
Now, along with old series reboots, we would also see multiple new series be started, such as Squid Games 2, Squid Games 3, and Junior's Big
Still waiting on that, too.
which is a modern variant of the original Playtime series. It's safe to say that SML Theory was fully right, as Logan would continue making newer series and expanding on old ones, and we are still bound to see more to come. However, another SML theory that was heavily spread after Jeffy's 19th birthday was if Nancy would keep getting milked and come back again.
That one's not really true, though. Yes, she came back, but it was also just flashbacks. And she also had no appearance at all on the 21st birthday. So, like, it didn't really... I wouldn't say she really came back. I don't know. That's just me, though.
Or if she was gone for good. In another video by SML Theory, he claims that Nancy was supposed to be killed in Jeffy's 19th birthday for real this time, as she got dozens of bullets in her face by Brooklyn Guy, and even Brooklyn Guy would assure Marvin that she's dead.
But don't worry, I shot her in the head a whole bunch of more times, so she's definitely dead now. There's no way she's coming back next year with a bunch of bullets in her face. That would just be silly.
However, according to this theory, in SML fashion, this just means that she will make a return. And he adds that SML never fully kills off characters, unless it's a Zeke type of situation, and they move and have to forcefully depart from SML. And Theory strengthened his theory even more by showing that in an SML video, they mostly
That's his
confirmed that
19th
Nancy came
birthday, though.
back, as Brooklyn Guy
That's in
heavily
the
broke
19th birthday. Is he not... Did he not say he's talking about the 20th birthday?
fourth wall,
Okay.
and explained how characters' deaths work in SML movie Jeffy Plays Grand Theft Auto 6.
I do think he perished in the car explosion,
And you didn't mention this in the last video? Bro.
but I don't think that's canon. I think that might just be for this video, because like usually when people die in videos, they do return, unless it's like a really big deal.
And I thought this was the GTA 5.
like Jeffy's mom in the SML movie for his 18th birthday, and even that's like kind of iffy. Like she might come back. I mean,
I think they
we all
did the
used to be
same thing in
turtles, so, I mean, anything
GTA 5.
goes, really. I mean, Joseph used to be rich. I mean, what happened to that? We knocked that off after the backlash, you know. So I mean, it's up to you, man.
And after this, Theory would make just one more theory, and this one was actually really accurate to what ended up happening. He claims that Nancy would come back as a demon and could be revived by Craig.
And this leads me to my next theory that Nancy might come back as a demon because another character that could revive her would be Craig. And Craig says that anything he revives comes back evil.
Now, this theory sounded like any other typical unreal SML theory, and even fans doubted the theory. I think Nancy won't ever come back in Jeffy's 20th birthday. However, a few months later, on May 12th, 2024,
What the fuck is that?
we saw SML movie
Hey,
Jeffy's
yo.
Mother's Day release. In this video, Nancy would return yet again, and Jeffy would try to make a Mother's
It was
Day
through
cake
flashbacks though, and like a nightmare or something.
Rose, but Marvin would hate it, causing Jeffy to run away from home. And in the process of doing that, he would run into Nancy with a bullet on her head. At this point, fans thought that they were milking her for a third time.
What's going on?
Hey there, Jeffy.
Mommy?
You thought you could kill me, huh? Well, now I'm gonna kill you.
No! Daddy! Help me!
Yeah, it was
But a
just
few minutes later, it would be revealed that this was all one big dream, and she wasn't actually back.
Come on, Jeffy, wake up! Wake up, Jeffy!
Wake up, Jeffy! Wake up! Wake up!
Oh, what's going on?
Jeffy, you fell asleep and you left the microwave on for 30 minutes with marshmallows in it. You almost drowned the whole house in marshmallows because you forgot to make Rose a Mother's Day gift.
Marvin, don't yell at him because he forgot about Mother's Day.
Oh,
However, this wasn't it. We would see the same sort of thing happen in Jeffy's 20th birthday.
But it
We
was
would
a
see Jeffy's
flashback.
backstory and a lot of flashbacks. Throughout the video, Jeffy has flashbacks to specific things he sees on his 20th birthday that reminded him of Nancy. Now, these two videos were released after SML Theory's video, and his theory would turn out to be mostly right, as Nancy did return twice, and in a way, we saw her as a demon like he said, as demons aren't actual living humans, and typically live in your dreams or imagination. We would even see her a little bit for a third time in the most recent Jeffy's 21st birthday, but way less. Instead of Nancy being the main antagonist,
It was
we
Jacques
would see
Pierre
someone else
Francois.
who was really significant take the spotlight, which brings us to our next theory, which was the theory of Jacques Pierre Francois becoming the main antagonist in a Jeffy's birthday video. SML Theory would yet again be the one to make this theory, and in his video, he would originally claim that Jeffy's father came back as the main antagonist for Jeffy's 20th birthday.
And the character that I can also see coming back for Jeffy's 20th birthday
I remember
is
watching
Jacques
this.
Pierre Francois.
Theory's reasoning to this was because
How do you have the footage to these though? He deleted them, or are they unlisted? Because he has said, I think near the beginning of this channel, that he actually is a good friend of SML Theory. So he could have just given the links. Because if you guys don't know how unlisted videos are, only the creator can see them, plus the people that have like links and access to the video. So if he gave them links to it, that could be why. I don't
past two
know.
birthdays, we saw Nancy being.
I don't understand why he would just have this footage if the videos were deleted. So that's why I'm assuming they weren't. And they're unlisted.
And this time,
I
they
don't
would
know.
switch it up and make Jacques Pierre Francois the antagonist.
And the reason I think that he could make an appearance at Jeffy's next birthday is that in the past two Jeffy birthday videos, Jeffy's mom has been the main antagonist. However, this time, instead of Nancy being the main antagonist, we could see Jeffy's father becoming one.
Now, this theory wouldn't exactly come to life on Jeffy's 20th birthday, as we wouldn't see Jacques as the antagonist. But just 1 year later, on Jeffy's 21st birthday,
I mean, you won't see Nancy as the antagonist either. We saw CJ as the antagonist. Nancy was still in the video through flashbacks, but it was mainly CJ.
this theory would
in this
come
video.
true. Jacques would be the main villain and kidnap Jeffy, trying to kill him.
Are any of these going to be his theories? We're 7 minutes in, and none of the theories he's mentioned were actually his theories.
Because Jeffy
They
was
were just
close to
SML
messing up a $1 million
theories.
opportunity. Jock had to sell his paintings. All of this would cause Jock to attach Jeffy's car on a plane with Jeffy in the car and let go of the car midair so Jeffy would die. But like we went over earlier, no character dies, especially not Jeffy. So in classic SML fashion, Jeffy survived. However, this wouldn't be the only theory that SML Theory made in his video, as later in the video, he made another theory on how Phoebe would
will
also
come back.
return on Jeffy's 20th birthday.
And I'm not saying this as if it's logical, but I'm just saying this because SML does like to bring back characters that should be dead. And although her puppet is ruined as seen in the newest Puppet Closet tour, it's possible that she'll appear with a different look, possibly as an official SML puppet.
Yet again, Theory nailed it, as she would return on Jeffy's 20th birthday with a new puppet variant, and she would be in the flashbacks as she is still a dead character, and she was in the exact same situation that
I said this before, I don't know if it was in a video, but I definitely said in a comment section of someone's video. They could bring her back and just say, like, she's been in the hospital, I don't know. Something like she's been in the hospital recovering from the injuries of the crash. Something along those lines. I'm
Nancy
not
was
quite sure.
in. Now, Theory
But
was
in
the
a
only
way,
one who had
it's
thought
still
of this
possible that she never ended up dying.
theory, as WH Dude covered a similar theory with minor differences in his SML Iceberg video all the way back in 2020. In this video, we saw an entry from the Iceberg being titled "Phoebe isn't completely killed off in SML," and when it comes to how Dub covered it, he didn't really emphasize much on it, and essentially explained how she was dead and only lives in Jeffy's mind.
I'm pretty sure the only existence of Phoebe left on the channel is that she exists in Jeffy's presumably guilty mind.
However, this entry on the Iceberg itself was still a theory at the end of the day, and it would come true as we would see her appear again on Jeffy's 20th birthday. Now, this isn't the only character who's been theorized to return, as the infamous Luigi has also had many theories made on him returning. In another SML theory video, we would see him explain multiple scenarios on how Luigi can return.
I think.
The first scenario he said was that Luigi could possibly be reborn in the SML universe as Hank Cuckerdew, because of how similar his behavior is to Luigi at times. And he also—
When I saw this theory, I honestly believed it. Not like 100% believed it, but I believed it to an extent. Because the clothing can't be a coincidence. Like, there's no way.
wanted to be Marvin's rival, but obviously this theory isn't true because Hank doesn't even share the same last name as Marvin, and looks-wise they are nowhere related, especially since Mario and Luigi are identical twins. But the next theory would be one that he nails perfectly. Theory stated that Logan might make a human puppet of Luigi, as in a Chili vlog, Logan explains how he wants to make more human puppets of older characters, with Shrek being an example.
And I think that Logan at some point might make a Luigi puppet sooner or later, because after—
I mean, but then he brought Shrek back as regular Shrek, so that doesn't really affect him.
After the return of Shrek, Logan
It's just
mentions on
Nintendo.
Chili's channel that he might bring back older characters.
We have some really funny ideas planned for Woody and Shrek if you guys like it.
Because of how much the fans loved seeing Shrek in SML movie Shrek's Endless Cheesecake.
And he isn't done being accurate with things, as later in the video, Theory says that the Luigi puppet rebrand would look exactly like Marvin, which means he would be bald, with a green suit, a tie, and mustache.
But if Luigi does make a return, what kind of rebrand would he get? Since both Mario and Luigi are brothers, we can expect Luigi to look just like his brother Marvin, and he could have a suit and tie.
Honestly, they clearly didn't make the puppet. What they probably did was just obviously maybe put a Hank Huckerdee shirt on him, Marvin's tie, and then maybe Marvin's pants or Hank's pants. One or the other.
Instead of wearing red,
No,
he
Marvin's
would wear
pants.
green.
And sure enough,
probably what
he would
they
be
did.
right about all of this, because around a year after this theory was made, we would see Lewis be introduced to the SML universe.
Bro, they took it a little too far though. Like, really close to like, yeah. A little risky with the way they were doing
And he
it.
would wear exactly what Theory described, and be an exact
No, I think that's Hank's pants, because Marvin doesn't have a belt, right?
twin of Marvin.
Hello?
Marvin, my brother, it's me, Louis.
Hi, Lewis. Sorry it took me so long to answer the door. I was too busy doing some doctor's appointments up in space because I'm an astronaut doctor.
Now, when it comes to the
Bullshit.
name, believe it or not, this theory was super close to nailing this too. However, in the video, he said Lois, which is very close to Lewis, but is pronounced slightly differently.
And a lot of the community has different thoughts on Luigi's new name, like Lenny, Luis, or maybe even Louis, which is my favorite.
At this point, it's very clear that Theory was definitely onto something, and bro has gotten way too many theories right. But nonetheless, if you enjoyed this video, you should click the one on screen.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't put any of his own theories in this, but I guess he isn't. Sometimes he kind of is, but most of the things he's just recapping on things and giving us information on how they all relate. So I guess his channel is not mainly theories, but yeah. Anyway, so that's coming down in the video. Bye, guys.